Hi crafters, I'm Rachel from the Wood Connection, and today I'm going to show you probably my favorite trick ever, and it is applying scrapbook paper to wood. And it's not what you think that you typically use, so I'm really excited to show you. So today I'm going to show you how to paper this really cute cursive hello wood letters. You can buy this online at thewoodconnection.com or in our stores. We're locally in Utah. So you're going to have your piece of wood and you're going to have your sandpaper. And one trick that I like to tell everybody with sandpaper is to fold it into thirds. That way when you're sanding, the sandpaper doesn't slide back and forth. So fold it into thirds. And you're just going to kind of do the edges of your item just to clean it up, just so the paint goes on nice and smooth, gives you a good surface to paint on, and just looks really good when you're all done with your project. Now this project has some kind of tight places to get into. You can use a nail file that has kind of a gritty surface that will get in there and help make those areas smooth. But really spend a few good minutes sanding and making it smooth. All of our items are cut by hand, and so sometimes the wood is different or the cuts are a little different. Just make sure that you have a nice smooth surface that you're working with. So after you've got that sanded, you're just going to get a cute piece of paper, and I want to use this fun polka dot side, so I'm going to put the polka dot side face down, and then I'm going to put whatever item I'm tracing face down. So that way when I flip over, they'll match up. Then you're just going to take a pen or a pencil, and you're just going to trace your item onto the paper. Make sure to get inside the little grooves. Okay, so once you've got that traced, should look kind of like that. Small scissors are your best friend when working with scrapbook paper. They are awesome for doing nice, good, close cuts. So these ones I think are American Crafts. They're awesome. You can get them at the Wood Connection. So you're just going to start by cutting your paper, and you just want to cut inside the line you traced, just barely, like 1/8 of an inch is all you want to do. And you're just going to slowly go around and just start cutting. Just take your time and just slowly cut inside that line. Okay, and once you're done cutting, it will look like this. Just take your time because it'll look really good when you're done. So I'm just going to set that off to the side. Now you're just going to paint your item. I always like to start with the back because you don't need to paint a lot of the front because the scrapbook paper is going to hide a lot of the front. So I'm just going to take a foam brush and I'm just going to paint the backs, sides of my wood, and then even the front edges, because even though the paper is going to cover most of the front of your item, there might be spots where you didn't cut quite perfectly. So if you have some paint there, you won't see just some unfinished wood. And when you have tiny little grooves that you need to paint in, just these foam brushes are really durable. Just get some paint in there and really just get it in there. So I'll kind of show you what I like to do on the sides and the front. Whenever I do my sides, I just put a little bit on the side. And I like to put my paint right onto the wood. You can use a little plate if you like to. I just feel like the paint lasts a little longer when I just stick it right onto the wood. So as you're doing your edge, I kind of just like to do the front edge. That way, if, like I said, if I didn't cut my paper perfectly, there's going to be some paint there to cover it. Okay, so this one's already painted. I've got it all covered, ready to go. Now I'm going to tell you the holy grail. My favorite thing ever is white wood glue. This stuff is amazing. You're going to love it. I've worked with Mod Podge in the past, and it really kind of bubbles my paper. It is kind of expensive. This big bottle is only $2.99, and it lasts forever, and it's the best stuff ever. So what you're going to do once you have your item painted and your paper cut out is you're just going to do a coat of wood glue on the front of your item. And I'm just going to do, I don't know, I'm just going to go along the whole hello here. And just do some glue, and then you're going to take a foam brush, and all you want is just a really thin, even coat on the front of your wood. Make sure you get your corners and edges really well so that they don't pill up. And you're just going to go around and smooth out your glue. Like I said, just a really thin, even coat is all you want. If you feel like you got a little too much and it kind of went on the side, maybe kind of clean it up a little bit, but if you miss some, this white wood glue dries clear. So you won't have just some glue hanging out on the side. This glue is different from the one that's in your garage that most people have, just a wood glue. This is kind of a crafting formula. It's perfect for these kinds of projects, and you're going to love what it does with scrapbook paper. It's a thicker consistency, so it doesn't put a lot of moisture into your paper to cause bubbling. Just gives it a nice glued surface. Okay, so once I have my thin, even coat, I'm just going to take my cutout paper, and I'm just going to stick it right on there. What's awesome about this wood glue is that it dries so fast. I'm serious, within just 30 seconds or so, I mean, it's on there pretty good, which is what you want. You don't want a lot of moisture being soaked up into your paper. So I just like to go around, kind of smooth it out with my palm of my hand or just my fingers. If you have a vinyl applicator, that works really well for gluing your paper to the wood. And just kind of smooth it out. And I can tell it's already sticking, like I kind of have to work to peel it up now because it's just starting to dry and stay on there. Now, if you didn't cut perfectly, no worries. A sanding block works perfectly. If you just missed a little much, just kind of take a sanding block, clean up your edges, sand that extra paper off so you have a nice clean line with your paper. And then you always want to use a matte acrylic sealer. You can lightly do it over your paper, and on the sides, just spray outside. It will just protect your project and make it last longer. For more tips and tricks, you can visit us at thewoodconnectionblog.com and look for a discount code in the description. Thanks for watching.